Yeah, so we are Eldernauts, an international team collaborating with a Finland university, two universities, and two students from there. DLab gave us a challenge: how to improve mobility in aging populations. We went to the field and did a lot of research and secondary research first. We did over 30 interviews and a lot of observation. We talked with a special person, Juan Carlos Molina, our geriatrician and proposer of the public program Active Aging. He told us to get to an active aging, old age, it starts from the uterus, so we have to start promoting physical activity at the early stage of life. We went back to our interviews and realized that this is happening. Our sedentary lifestyles go with an inactive aging, and then when you're older, you have less mobility. Who is in danger? Let's think. Who is in danger of having this problem? And we realized that the drivers, bus drivers, taxi drivers, and truck drivers. There's a lot of people here in Chile and Finland having this problem. They spend over 12 hours just driving sometimes. So they are not moving. They are physically inactive. So here's opportunity. Let's decrease the harmful physical effects produced by extending driving hours in order to increase mobility during aging.
So as you can see, being a driver has a lot of associated risks. It has muscle atrophy, circulatory problems, bone loss, backbone damage, knee problems. All of these problems are caused because of a bad posture, also a lack of muscle support and muscle inactivity. All these problems could be solved with exercise, but the drivers are not willing to do it. We found out these personas that contains almost all the interviews we gathered. They have a few things in common. For example, that none of them are currently active, like physically active, and because of two reasons. They don't do exercise because they value more their time to do more rounds and therefore more money, or spend more time with their family or doing other activities. For example, we have Mr. Experience, that is a worker that has a long time in the work. He's pretty much used to all the problems associated, so he doesn't really care that much. We also have the straight out worker, that he doesn't like the work, but he still do it because of a thing of a necessity. Also, we have the independent worker that usually have less extensive driving times. And at last, the rookie worker that just started and he doesn't feel comfortable with the job and it usually wants to stop. So after this, we did a background research and we found out that in the market, almost all the solutions were focused in giving a better posture. This is a good thing, but it's not sufficient, and most of the problems remained unsolved. We also did some reference research to see how these problems were solved outside the cars, like for example electric stimulation, exercise, etc. In parallel with this, we defined the requirements. First, that it should not increase the mental load that means be driving. Second, that it should be transportable. It must accommodate to the user measurements, should not put in risk the user security, and the time of use should be coordinated with the user availability and the time of effectiveness of the device. So with this, and with a lot of scientific research, we get to our three solutions, direction solution. First, the electric stimulation. That is a muscle activation through electrical stimulation in order to reduce muscle atrophy and bone damage caused by inactivity. The solution is pretty simple. It's to produce an electric pulse that activates your muscles. This problem solves in some way the increase of physical activity, circulation, bone remineralization, and muscle atrophy. This is the contact zone where the device works. It goes from the lower back to the end of your muscles. It has two cushions that make a potential difference that creates the electric pulse. It also has a battery and a charger booster that lets the battery charge with the 12 volt to increase the power of the device.
So our second direction is lymphatic massage. Let's make a device that made a lymphatic drainage massage in order to boost leg circulation and toxic disposal. What would we be solving with this? We will be improving leg circulation and toxin disposal. With the improving leg circulation, we will be improving at the same time the oxygenation of your body. How will it work? It will be like a seat, and it will have a lot of wheels. They will turn in a specific direction. So your lymphatic liquid goes to your lymph nodes here at the knees and on your hips. Then we have our core activator, a device that allows you to exercise your core while you're driving in order to strengthen your abdominal muscles and avoid long-term lumbar and posture problems. What will be solving with this? Lumbar muscle atrophy, bone damage, lower backbone and hip remineralization because we'll be straining our supporting muscles, posture problem and straining core muscles. How will be the mechanism? You will have a piston, a threaded rod, and a motor. With this, we want to move our liquid and inflate our cushion. How it will work? Your seat it will go up, and your contact zone will go lower. So you'll only be seated in your ischiums. So then, for you to keep balance, you have to activate your core muscles. Right now, all the solutions just let you to get comfortable in your seat, but they are not helping you with your posture or your back pain. So we have to make this for you to get better.
So with these three directions, we made a comparative table that it summarizes the four aspects that we find more important in our device. That is the relevance of the problem solved, the effectiveness, the manufacture, and the user friendliness. With the lymphatic massage, we think that even though the problems we are addressing, they are important, they are not as important as how the electric and the core activation does. And also the manufacture could be hard to do. Also, the electric stimulation, even though it had a great variety of problems solved, we're not sure about the effectiveness because the device would work through your clothes, and we don't know how the electric pulse works there. And also, it wouldn't be user-friendly. So we stayed with the core activation, that it addresses a lot of the problems. It could be really effective, it's easy to manufacture, and also user-friendly. The core activator, we think it will be pretty easy to introduce into our personas because it's really simple to use and don't actually need motivation to use, like it does exercise. We also find that it could be a real solution to these real problems that address to the mobility of the drivers when they get older. So thank you very much. We are Eldernauts, and remember, stay active.